It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the awards ceremony in this beautiful space on this amazing day. To welcome you to the awards ceremony for the 2018 It's Time Texas Community Challenge. This year, more than 21,000 Texans in over 200 communities across the state participated in the Community Challenge. Throughout the 8-week competition, these change makers for health logged more than 36 million minutes of physical activity. Let me say that again. 36 million minutes of physical activity. You and they submitted over 37,000 healthy selfies. Most of you in this room, it's your generation that were probably submitting those selfies. And our participants lost almost 7,000 pounds in the span of 8 weeks. And this region, your region and home, above all others in Texas, led the way. That is but one of the many reasons why I'm so very honored to get to celebrate you and to thank you for being an inspiration to all of us at It's Time Texas and countless others across the state. One of our key objectives in creating the Community Challenge was to provide a platform for leaders at all levels and across all sectors to step forward and demonstrate their commitment to healthier lives, healthier communities, and a healthier state. In this region, so many leaders answered that call to action, and many of those leaders are gathered here in this room today. I'm now going to ask that 4 of those leaders, Mayor Chris Boswell, Harlingen CISD Superintendent Dr. Art Cavazos, the Chair of the Harlingen Mayor's Wellness Council, also known as Healthy Harlingen, Sandra Flynn, and Harlingen CISD's Health and Wellness Coordinator, Luis Solorio, to come to the podium and share their words of wisdom. Thank you. Mayor.
Well, it's another great day in the city of Harlingen, and we're excited. I'm actually really excited about this because this is one time Art Cavazos doesn't get to claim all the glory, you know, and we get to share some of that glory here at the city of Harlingen, and for all the efforts that have gone into this year's It's Time Texas Community Challenge. We're really excited about it. I want to thank so many people who have been involved in this. I want to start by thanking Baker Herald by coming out 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, to help get us organized and to encourage us to form a Mayor's Wellness Council and a healthy Harlingen. And I want to thank Judy Quisenberry and Randy Baker and Sandra Flynn for coming to my office along with a bunch of other people to encourage the mayor to support this effort and to help organize a Mayor's Wellness Council. And so it's really paid off for our community. I think the number of volunteers who have gotten together to really get excited about how can we do more things to get our community active, how can we do more things to promote a healthy lifestyle in our community, how can we do more things to set the example for the young people and the children of our community to really do what they can to be healthy, to maintain a healthy lifestyle and get out and enjoy the outdoors in our community, as well as the other exercise opportunities that there are. And I want to thank the City of Harlingen team, the City of Harlingen staff, Dan Sarin, our city manager, and all those folks that are sitting over here, right? They're all, because as I said in an interview earlier, hey, it's really easy. And the city hardly has to do anything to promote this, but actually, we do get involved, and our community leaders and our city staff has really gotten involved in supporting this. And so we've had, this year in particular, so many opportunities to get out and enjoy physical activity together as a community. I think 6 weekends in a row we had something in Harlingen where we were either 5Ks or our first Boston Marathon qualifier right here in the city of Harlingen, and a half marathon as well as other opportunities, our Jalapeno 100 the weekend before, and so many great opportunities and to promote this community as a place where you can be healthy. And so I'm going to tell you all something. So I was sort of I did sort of get shamed into getting back on the exercise track as a result of these efforts. And so in 2 days, I will have logged my 300th exercise session in the last 18 months. So I say that not to brag, but to tell everybody that if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm a really good example. If I can do it, you can do it. Everybody can get out and lead a healthier lifestyle. We're excited about winning this challenge for our city, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna win it again next year.
Oh, that's right.
Next year.
Congratulations. Thank you. Dr. Basas. Who knew the mayor was responsible for all your points?
I know,
right? Yeah.
wow. Gee. It's a great day in Harlingen CISD. Give yourselves a hand, students, yeah. In fact, it's a great day in our Harlingen community and in Harlingen CISD. We recognize that we can't make things happen unless we're standing alongside many key players. I'd be remiss if I don't recognize a few, and I know I'll leave some out. So I apologize in advance. But this great facility and this whole idea of creating a Harlingen School of Health Professions came from a conversation about how do we dovetail and support the medical community in this great city of ours. And so I want to recognize our CEO from Valley Baptist, Manny Vela, for being a great partner to us and always championing our work. Manny Vela, raise your hand so they'll know who you are. He said, tell him I logged 350. How many did you log? No. Okay, so let's move on. All right, so.
Next year.
Next year. I also want to recognize our city manager, Dan Serna, for the work that he champions in our city, realizing the importance of quality of life. So Dan, thank you for what you do. It goes without mention, Sandra Flynn is a great champion for wellness and continues to find ways to bridge the city and the school district. So we're indebted to you, Sandra, for the great work you do. Luis Solorio, our assistant athletic director, thank you for championing the work with our staff. But this is not possible unless we have a board that has a vision and sets markers of what's important in Harlingen Public Schools. And today with me, I have a board member that believes that wellness is what we should be focused on all the time as a cornerstone for our school district, so much so that I completed my 2 years of training with him, Bobby Muniz. So Bobby, thank you for what you do. I don't like when people say I've lost 3 pounds because sometimes I find them for them. So I will tell you that there are so many people also in the audience that are part of the city and part of that initiative, my staff, my teachers, my senior team members. I will tell you that unless we're all pulling in the same direction, these kinds of tasks are not possible. And I will tell you that when we illuminate an important part of our community and our school district, it stands the chance of creating a movement. And I think that's what has happened. A moment in time when you came 3 years ago has become a movement, and now it's how do we get better, how do we get better? And so HCISD has earned first place for 3 years in a row. So give yourselves a hand for that. Logging over 1.5 million points this time around and beating all the school districts regardless of category and logging points. And I can't tell you how proud that makes me, because I believe that just like we say we're first generation college students and that we broke that cycle and we got into college and we succeeded and persisted, I believe we're at a point in our society, especially in the Valley, where we must be first and second generation folks that break that cycle of not taking care of ourselves. And it's up to you as the young individuals in our community to break the cycle and stand tall and say, I'm a first generation healthy lifestyle individual. Because until we make it a movement, we'll continue to embrace those critical situations and lose our loved ones at an early age. My mother passed away at the age of 50, and my father passed away at the age of 62. That's way too early in today's numbers. So I ask you as the young ones that one day you'll carry the torch further than what we have. We recognize as adults that you will be inheriting a world with problems and circumstances and opportunities that we have not been able to prevail in. And so we have the highest hopes that you will do that well. I also want to thank the mayor for continuing to champion the importance of partnerships in Harlingen. We are a valuable school district because we partner with our city of Harlingen. And we value that partnership because we are one community. And so I'll finish by saying that we can't fight this fight alone. But we can if we acknowledge that we have a crusade in front of us, and we must champion that work. I look forward to what will become 10 years from now, 15 years from now. We won't recognize this community, because when we start a movement, there's no stopping us. So thank you, and I appreciate all you do, and don't ever forget, in case that camera's on. In Harlingen, we reach, we aspire, and we dare to be, because we are HCISD. Thank you, guys.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Harlingen HCISD and guests this year, which is great. We meet again. Here we are. As always, I'm really honored to be able to represent Harlingen, the city of Harlingen, with the Mayor's Wellness Council, as well as being part of the HCISD family. 1 year ago, we stood here and we set a goal that we were going to continue to contribute and participate in this challenge, and that we were going to win across the board. And we did. Yay. We really garnered the support of our students. We went to the students this year. We said, sign on. We know you love to do selfies. We got our teachers, our principals, superintendents, board members. Most notably, I have to say, and he'll hate it, but Ken Lee, who runs our maintenance department, made it his goal to get 100% of his department to sign up, to register, and not just do that for points, but really try to break some maybe bad habits. So let's go walk every day. And some of them probably didn't like taking selfies, but they did, and it was awesome. And I love it, so thank you, Ken Lee. The city of Harlingen, of course, this year brings home the first place, and we did that through tight community partnerships with Healthy Harlingen Initiative, running groups, gyms, workout partners. Everybody just, got on board and said, we're gonna do it. Coppell has been our nemesis. I'm sorry to say that about another town, but they have been, because they beat us the past 2 years. And we said, what are they doing? We're gonna win. So this year we bring home the win. Coppell is probably thinking, what is going on down there? But we did bring home first place in both, and I'm thrilled. City of Harlingen has gone from 5th place to 1st place in this challenge in 3 years. Could not have been done without a strong community engagement. And as Dr. Cavazos said, the district's won the past 3 years in a row. So I think that just speaks volumes. If you take the word community, common unity, right? I believe the secret to our continued success, not just in our cities and our schools too, is in our endeavors, is just including this challenge, is the common unity we share to create vibrant and healthy environments for Harlingen. And there's a common unity between the district and the city. Baker Harrell and It's Time Texas organization has been a source of support, guidance, and education for the Mayor's Wellness Council, for HCISD, for businesses in Harlingen, and we appreciate that. And we're fortunate to have leaders in our city government and our school district that believe a healthy Texas is a worthy endeavor. So thank you. We see this through their words, time, and action. I want to recognize real quick, if you're a member of the Mayor's Wellness Council, if you'll stand, please. That includes the mayor, that includes lots of people in here. Thank you. Thank you all for what you do. We have many, many members that donate their time. Our executive committee meets once a month. We have work groups. They meet periodically on certain things like workplace wellness, healthy schools, food and nutrition. All of these are active parts of the Mayor's Wellness Council. They just all couldn't be here today, so thank you. Part of our shared goals include making connections across our community to highlight, develop, and seek funding for health and wellness initiatives. We hope that through these initiatives, we can help in reducing and preventing chronic disease that are plaguing our community and our state and our nation. I'm going to bring you some downers here. So, tobacco use, poor nutrition, and lack of physical activity top the list of risk factors that lead to preventative disease. We can prevent so many of the things that are killing people today. And these preventable diseases stress our body and our mind and our wallet, especially now. So it's important to us to include students in this celebration because each one of you, as Dr. Cavazos said, can lead the way to change the trend. And I think that although you may not be thinking about it right now, the concept of health as an economic issue is very real. Your health, the health of your community, your future business and the people you work with, the people that will one day teach your children. Health, body, mind, and soul, is an economic issue. Health impacts our productivity, how often we go to work and what we do when we're there. If it's bad health, it can tax our system, which we know. And in turn, it affects our prosperity. Healthy communities matter and healthy schools matter. So thank you, Mayor Boswell, Dr. Cavazos, Baker Harrell, our board members, our city leaders, It's Time Texas, students of Harlingen, our community. We live in a very unique community. I've said it before. People here have an infectious desire to educate and serve and inspire others. And in this endeavor, it's to seek wellness opportunities in many different forms. So let's keep the momentum going. I know how most of y'all keep doing selfies. And I look forward to meeting here next year. Same time, same place.
Howdy, everybody. Just so everybody knows, I am the Assistant Athletic Director / Wellness Director, and I was in Brownsville at about 2:10. So I'm glad that the city is here and very important constituents from the cities because I broke some laws, and I'm gonna need your help on the way to get here on time. One of the great advantages of speaking to you guys after the phenomenal speakers that just spoke in front of me is that I get to take a little bit out of every one of their speeches and kind of reiterate some of those facts. Going back to the great things going on in our city with the Boston Marathon, qualifying marathon here, a lot of those things, guys, cannot be made possible without the people sitting in the seats you're sitting in. Because students volunteer their Sundays to come out, and I think this year, Sandra, was about 180 kids volunteering to work water stations, to make posters on a Sunday after a major track meet the day before, a major drama event, a major band event, a major academic UIL event, and I think that that is something that you need to be applauded for. So I applaud you on that. My role in all of this is, like Dr. Cavazos said, is my job is to connect the teachers into wellness and our staff into wellness. It is one of our main goals is to put your teachers in front of you every day, even the ones that give you a lot of homework, by keeping them healthy, by keeping them energetic, and that's what we do, by creating weekly, daily, minute-to-minute, monthly offerings of health and wellness and tips to help them change their lifestyle for the better. Because if you look around, guys, some districts say they're all about wellness. We do wellness in HCISD. And it's something that we're extremely proud of. So some of the great things I want to talk to you about is what we're doing with our teachers and what we're offering and what we're always trying to do. So, we're always doing health fairs and we're always doing the wellness kickoff, and you guys are a big part of that. And our SHAC team meets once, every quarter, and we want to discuss what to do with the kids. And right now we're implementing fitness zones in all of our elementaries. We're on that stage, Ken Lee and I and his department, and constantly trying to come up with things. And yes, Ken Lee, he needs to be applauded because of what he did with his department and how he said, we're not going to be the reason why we're not getting to this level. We're going to be the reason why we surpass that level. So if I look out my window on a Wednesday, there's bus drivers walking the track at Bogus, in their uniform, sweating and it's hot. But because it's a mission and it's a goal of ours that's not going to go away. And so as the director of wellness, one of my main goals was visiting with Sandra and saying, what are we going to do at the end of the year to culminate our event? Because it was a vision from our leader, Dr. Cavazos, and he was right. You can't start something without having a goal at the end. So we've come up with our May Wellness Games, and this will be our first annual. So we're going to start disseminating that information out to your staff. And it's kind of like the Olympics for all of our HCISD staff. Okay, so you guys can go out there and cheer them on at Bogus. And it's coming up in May, and it's going to be stuff from tug-of-war to administrators' challenges, where we're going to have, our principals doing, balloon races and potato sack races, and it's all in fun. And it's just to help promote getting active, eating right, and so we're super excited about that because it's all going to be, it's all going to be carried out through volunteer time and free time, because wellness doesn't have to have a price tag, and the healthy lifestyle doesn't. So we're looking forward to that, because that is our goal, and our goal is to, always promote, what's important in life. Because as Mr. McShann once told me, he says, we spend so much time thinking about retirement, and having enough money for retirement, but yet we don't think about the other aspect is, how much life do I want to invest in for retirement? How healthy do I want to be to spend the money I've worked so hard to accumulate? And that's it's a simple statement, but it's the entire fact. And so let me end it with this. Unfortunately, with what we do, Sandra and I, we put our heads together, and as you can see, when you put Sandra to be in charge of something, this is what you get, and so we always think how, and so we got smart, and we said, well, let's visit another smart person, and we visited with Dr. Cavazos, and we said, how do we break up what we have? And we have, essentially, our staff is composed of thirds. You have that third, and it's the same as life. You have that third of people, you don't have to push toward wellness and healthy eating. They're doing it. They're going to surpass you. They're going to say, follow us. We don't worry about those. We know they're doing it, but we still offer. Then you have the other third, which is most of the people in here, where we know what's important. We try to get to it every day. We try to eat right as much as we can, and we still participate. But it's that 1/3, that last third, that we're trying to reach. I don't have time. I eat what I want to eat. I work hard. And that's the third that we need to all make sure, we're there for. And so my last statement to you, students, is this: which third do you want to be as you grow up and become a success in your career? All right? So think about that as you go home, and then have a talk with your parents and say, what third are we? Because I'm sure your parents are important to you. Thanks.
Luis, if you need a judge for the wellness games, I'm your guy. All right. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Dr. Cavazos. this is an award ceremony, right? So let's get to the awards. Let's start handing out some awards. But before we do that, I want to recognize some key champions. You know, part of the challenge in doing an award ceremony like this is, as we've all talked about up here, there are people who go unmentioned, and that's unfortunate. But we're going to try to mention everyone that needs to be referenced in all the amazing work that's happening here. So I want to, before we start handing out the awards, I want to recognize Sue Klinica. Sue Klinica has been an incredible champion of the challenge in communities across this region. Valley Baptist Medical Center and System, thank you. The City of Harlingen Parks and Recreation Department, the City of Harlingen Public Works, Healthy Harlingen, of course, Harlingen HCISD, Point Isabel ISD, and FAR San Juan Alamo ISD. All of these champions were identified by their commitment to the Community Challenge over the 8 weeks of the competition. They hosted on-site Community Challenge registration. They organized events for the Community Challenge that impacted the entire community. And they encouraged community residents to participate via social media and throughout events. So let's give all of them a big round of applause, please. We're going to start with the individual category, and these are individuals who earned the highest points through logging healthy activity at the Community Challenge website. So first up is Bertha Ponce. Bertha Ponce scored 100,000, almost 101,000 points and earned first place. So Bertha, come on up. Bertha is congratulations, Bertha. Bertha is a resident of Los Fresnos, and she was a leader of Zumba classes and her fellow Zumba class participants in the Los Fresnos community. That's how you earned a lot of your points, was through Zumba. Is that correct, Bertha?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well,
right.
Congratulations. Thank you.
You so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, congratulations. And Ken Lee. Ken Lee. Everybody's been bragging on you, Mr. Lee, and now I understand why. You earned almost 85,000 points in the Community Challenge. And as Luis and Sandra mentioned, you organized sessions for members of your department to register on campus and hosted events and walking groups with your employees and staff. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, all right. All right. We're going to move on to the second runner-up category, and this is in the large category. This award goes to FAR San Juan Alamo ISD. They earned a total of 525,000 points this year. They hosted weekly community events, fitness classes, and walking groups. They had a traveling Community Challenge banner between their elementary schools. That's pretty cool. We've not seen that before. And they were really active on social media. So we have Claudia Lemus, or Lemus. That's the other thing about doing this, is I know I'm going to mess up names. And okay, so bear with me. Claudia, please come up. And Edgar Garcia. Claudia is public relations for the district, and Edgar is with the Health Services Department. Are you here? They're not here. Well, they're not here, so they won't mind if I messed up their name. We're going to move on to the runner-up category. So this is the runner-up category, and we're going to start with the community category in the runner-up category. This goes to Los Fresnos community. They earned almost 451,000 points. Mayor Narvaez, are you here? Narvaez. We've got the city manager, Mark Millam. the community health worker, Cristina De La Rosa, and council members Belinda Garza, Juan Munoz, and Javier Mendez. Are you all here? Great, great. While they're getting their picture taken, Los Fresnos is new to the Community Challenge. They had great representation from both the community and the school district. They led classes weekly with community health workers providing that leadership, and they did a lot across the community to demonstrate their commitment to health and fitness. So congratulations. We'll see you in the winter category next year, right? All right. Thank you for being here, and congratulations. Next up in the runner-up category, we have Point Isabel ISD, which is an extra small school district. They earned almost 485,000 points in the Community Challenge this year. We have the superintendent, Dr. Lisa Garcia, and we have the superintendent for curriculum and instruction, Anna Holland, here to accept the award. Congratulations. So Point Isabel, they hosted a kickoff event, a midpoint event, and a finale event. They promoted the Community Challenge extensively through social media and have been very, very active in all ITT initiatives. So we applaud you again for your great commitment to health and wellness. Okay, drum roll please. All right, it's time for the winners. All right, first up is UT-RGV for winning the college and university category this year. Carla Lopez, Wellness Coordinator. Congratulations, Carla. And this award was already spoiled, but that's okay. Harlingen CISD wins for the third year in a row most points out of any size school district in the Community Challenge. Third year winner, Harlingen CISD. Come up and claim your award. 1.5 million points. Congratulations. And last but not least, first-time winner Harlingen in the mid-size community category. Congratulations, Mayor Boswell, Sandra, Wellness Council.
Yes, where's Javier? Is Javier still over there?
Javier, are you still with Los Fresnos or you want to come up
No,
with
he's with Harlan. There you go.
All right, guys, let's give another round of applause to our runners-up and winners. All right, guys, in closing, I want to tell you how much I and we at It's Time Texas respect you and admire you and love you. This is the first region outside of Austin in which we have opened an office as It's Time Texas, and that was made possible through a generous grant provided by the Valley Baptist Legacy Foundation. So thank you, Judy, and thank you, board members of the foundation. Cindy and Ralph. Cindy, where is Ralph? There's Ralph. Our amazing team members in this region. Let's give them a round of applause. And we've made this region our top priority for a few reasons. And I want to cover those before you all walk away. Number one, you are all fully embodying of what we talk about as the Texas ethos. You are proud, you are deeply committed to your people and this place. You are fearless and resilient. You are innovative and have a can-do spirit. And you are welcoming and collaborative. Number two, you are confronting the many health challenges that exist here, highest rates of obesity, diabetes, uninsured, on and on, with an incredible commitment at all levels to create a thriving, healthier future for the people and the places of this region. And number three, I and we believe that you are and will be a model for other communities across the state. Each and every day, despite the challenges and barriers that you face, you are demonstrating that this work is critically important, that there's a movement, as Dr. Cavazos talked about, that there's a movement underway, and that progress can be made when we work together with an unshakable commitment to this most important cause. And while communities in this region may not currently be found at the top of the fittest cities and healthiest counties lists, that's okay. Because those lists provide an important but highly limited view into where you are at this single point in time. But your success in the community challenge, on the other hand, provides a much more comprehensive view into where you are going. You are writing an incredible story of health in this region, and all of us at It's Time Texas are so humbled and honored to play a small role in that story. I and we thank you for allowing us to advance this vital work shoulder to shoulder and hand in hand with all of you. Please remember that you have a forever friend and fan in me and in all of us at It's Time Texas. Thank you and congratulations again, my dear friends. It's time.